Welcome back, folks.
Yeah, welcome back to the Ranger Sisters Rewatch podcast. Oh, this is going to be, I think, quite exciting this week. We will
Oh,
be
yes.
discussing episodes. See if I can find the remote because I have it up on the TV. What is it? 19 to 25?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, I got it. Because I literally have my notes up here. So, 19 we kind of talked about last week. But we're really gonna try to deep dive into this because this is, I think, one of the creepiest effing episodes ever. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That was a weird episode. But I will admit, despite me not liking Ashley or anything, the way that using the morphine sequence to tell which one is the real Ashley instead of, Astrana was hilarious.
Yeah.
I couldn't laugh with that.
Yeah. I literally took brief notes. I stopped taking notes around 22 because I got so into it. I just forgot to take notes on the rest of it. So I'm going to be doing this off of memory for the rest of this.
No worries.
Yeah.
Which, it's kind of funny with this morphin sequence. They could have. It would have been hilarious even more if they used a turbo sequence. Like TJ would be like, "Ashley, what? Like, let's shift into turbo," and Astronaut's just like, "What the heck am I supposed to do with that?"
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool, actually. I won't lie to you at all. That would have been cool.
Because like, who can't even do that sequence anyway? It's like, dun, 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 dun.
Exactly. Only she would have known that. Thinking about it actually makes me chuckle. I'm not even gonna lie, because it is pretty funny to think about. Let me tell you something. I would not rewatch that episode again. I would skip that one. Will not lie to you.
Yeah, same here.
What'd you think about episode 20?
Oh, well, for one, I got lots of notes on that one.
Go right ahead, girl. You run it.
Well, first, there was definitely more Star Wars reference because there was these Jawa-looking characters. Also, seeing that Andros froze someone inside a chrono tube, like they went into the room and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have blamed any of them. They thought Andros was like a psychopath or something. Like, not even a little suspicious of him.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is something to think about. Because this is the episode where they reveal their sixth ranger. And let me tell you something. I did not expect it to go down like that. I didn't.
Yeah, like, I don't think in any Six Rangers I've ever seen, this is the weirdest, the craziest backstory I think I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
But still, speaking of, episodes and everything, the Sixth Ranger, where is the sideshow of Andros and Zane's Ranger Adventures? Because that also sounded interesting to me.
I wish they would have done it. It would have been cool.
Yeah. And then Zane sacrificed himself, which is why he's in the Chrono Tube. And it's like, Rangers sacrificing themselves for Andros kind of seems like a pattern here.
Yeah, actually, you're not wrong. But first of all, the dude's fully morphed still, cryogenically frozen. I didn't expect it, I'll admit it. But the demorph sequence was pretty freaking crazy after the fact.
And 2 years in that tube, like, honestly, how did you not think Zane was, like, brain dead at this point,
Exactly. It makes me have to wonder about it.
But then again, Rangers with physics and science gets a little weird sometimes.
Yeah. Power Rangers and physics do not go hand in hand.
No.
Not at all.
Like, even if they try, it just doesn't, it seems off.
Yeah. I mean, literally, scientifically, yeah, he wouldn't have been alive for 2 years. Unless something in the Ranger suit kept him alive.
Yeah, and put a note on that, viewers, on that Ranger, his morphine suit, he was in a morphine suit while in the tube, because that definitely comes to a point, like, in later episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I seriously thought let's pause for a second. When they showed Ashley and him kind of flirting right after that, and like even into episode 21, I'm like, they're teasing these two, and next thing you know, they're trying to put her with Zayn. I'm sorry,
I mean,
what?
I kind of laughed at that part just because I'm like, dang, comes out of Cryo 2 for 2 years and he goes on flirting. Like, dang, I wish I had that confidence.
The man's got game. I'll give him that. Man's got game.
Of that episode, this creepy ugly monster thing comes out of like a egg or something that they found and nearly sucked the Pink Ranger into space, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that monster survived and kept on destroying the ship that they crashed, which, of course, the healing chamber is damaged. So of course that's why Zane comes to be. Like,
yeah,
jeez.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you realize that these guys, Andros and Zane, have powers, like genetically. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. Say what now?
Yeah, like, is this a force bond or something? And I'm like, I think we need some more backstory on his powers a little. Also, Andros doesn't know when Zane sacrificed himself and everything. Sorry, guy that played the Red Ranger, but you kind of need a little bit more work on that emotion there.
Yeah.
It sounded a little more hilarious than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was part of the script, but let me tell you, I've seen videos of him and like at fan conventions. He's like one of the kindest people on the planet. It's wild.
That'd be crazy. Also, this physic bond that they have, I figured, okay, it's not a force bond. It could be like a Vulcan bond from like Star Trek and everything. And I'm like, dang.
Oh my god, that makes that almost tracks.
That kind of made me shift it to Andros and Zane a little at that point.
Yeah.
Also, he recovered a lot quickly for being in 2 for 2 years, like health wise. Like, you think he'd be like lethargic, like a little bit like dizzy or something?
Oh yeah, lethargic.
Yeah, lethargic. Also, I think he's my favorite Space Ranger just because he's got a freaking sword, like a cool sword, like Comics Fury. They should have looked at that sword and made something of it, because don't they have like those teeny tiny swords that they say are swords but they look like daggers or knives?
Yeah. Yeah,
like that would have been better, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
also, Andros is like, I can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you, man.
And he definitely shows that he's jealous of his best friend hooking up with the girl he likes.
Oh god, that was just annoying as hell. I mean, these guys have a secret handshake, which I freaking loved every time he did it. It was just so cute.
Yeah.
Also, let's see. He mentions before he flirts with Ashley. There's no female Power Rangers he's ever seen. How? Like, just I like to see more on that. Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah. I mean, literally, first of all, Zane is blonde, like goddamn hot blonde.
Mm-hmm.
His jacket and his uniform is so different than the others. I kind of have to admit, his in space uniform is actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I swear that smile of his, I was like, dang, if some girls were watching this, they probably fell for this guy. Like, sorry, Andrew, sorry, this guy's in.
Yeah, even though I thought TJ's smile was kind of cute. I won't even lie.
True. And also, I kind of like Carlos's like humor and everything. That was cute.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that they kind of ended that episode on cliffhanger when he asked about KO-35, I'm like, hello? And he like goes out smiling out of the room, like, shouldn't you like be a little bit more concerned or something?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't really mention that. They don't like start the next episode with that.
No, because the next episode that follows is 22, titled "The Silver Secret." It's basically about Zane and him struggling with his powers after being frozen for 2 years.
Yeah, like, of all things, powers. Not his health, not his mind, powers.
Yeah. It didn't make any sense.
There is one thing I wanted to do about that Red of Envy episode. Aside from the fact that Andros was way too harsh on Zane just for hanging out with Ashley, like, what, if he hanged out with Cassidy, would he have been angry that way?
No.
Yes, he liked her, but still. But Ashley seemed to be striking fire on both sides. Like, she's going to be flirting with both of them.
This reminds me of the Vampire Diaries, I swear to God. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Main character Vampire Diaries is a girl called Elena. She meets this vampire named Salvatore. His older brother is Damon Salvatore. Stefan and Elena date for like the first few seasons. Then Elena starts hooking up with his brother, Damon.
Oh my god.
I swear to she swings both ways for both guys. And it's like she can't make up her mind which one she wants. And eventually she picks Damon.
Ashley to me in that episode, too.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of. And I'm like, oh my god.
Like, Zane is all bro code and everything. He actually wanted to help him.
Yeah.
And everything. And also, they had a flashback of walking around smiling when he's, like, brooding about, we kind of almost broke up friendship-wise, but I'm like, this dude might actually kind of have a crush on Andros, because you don't look at that. Like,
no. No.
And then there's that secret handshake the second time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he could be bi, and you know what? That's like fucking badass as fuck, which I love.
Honestly, I feel like Andros could be bi, but also he could be pansexual, maybe.
Yeah. Definitely. But honestly, I'm kind of glad at the end it's like she, in a way, chose Andros instead. But even then, she's still swinging back and forth, which is like, girl, make up your damn mind.
Ugh. Honestly, I just didn't like her when it came to that aspect of her. It's like, girl, you're in a crisis, and I think romance can wait, like, afterwards, and also, honestly, I just didn't see Andros and her, like, connecting that much as him and Zane, and I don't know, I kind of liked Ashley with Carlos a little more, or TJ.
I like Cassie with Shadow Ranger, but Cassie and TJ had a chemistry that I liked.
That I saw. That I shipped.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Also, Zane also literally now we're going back to that episode 22 you were going for. Zane sacrifices himself for Andros again.
Yep.
And apparently it's a trap. Like, yeah, no kidding. Also, they had like Zane versus Ecliptor battles at this point, and honestly, it kind of reminded me of Jaden versus Decker from Samurai a little.
Oh my god, they could have used that as like looking back. It's like, oh, what moments can we kind of recreate but make it badass? It makes it tracks. It tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because usually those kind of bad guys aim for the Red Ranger as samurai, and it seemed like past Red Ranger, like future in this case, like they're all going after the Red Ranger, which is fair, but
yeah,
in this case it's the Silver, which he apparently has some reputation in space as a legendary, the most powerful Power Ranger. I'm like, dang, this dude should be the Red Ranger.
Yeah. I mean, it's the episode after that I'm like, what the hell what's going on with Zane? Like, that was like, the one after episode 23, right?
Hold on, let's see, 23 with that.
A Date with Danger.
Yeah, that.
Astronomer?
Yeah.
Zane and Astronomer? Who let that idea leave the writer's room? Who let that idea actually walk out of the writer's room and onto the screen? Because I didn't like that.
See the script, because it's like, yeah, we now all know that Astronomer is Andrew's sister. Spoiler, fans.
Spoiler.
All brainwashed and everything. And I just mentioned that Zane was all bro code, but that kind of breaks it.
Yeah, that definitely breaks bro code.
But on
Like,
the bright, on the other hand, he doesn't know.
no.
So
Because it kind of also talked about that Zane actually had a crush on his sister.
yeah, that would be an awkward conversation to have later on.
Very awkward. God damn, very awkward. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Also, something funny about the episode before when Red of Envy. I think this was the episode where all the Rangers they get trapped in a net and they don't do anything to get out, and somehow the attack from the monster destroys the net. I'm like, maybe don't attack the net that you have the Rangers all pile up in, but why do the bad guys always fall for those hover cycle moves too?
Yeah.
But Zane does have a motorcycle, which I'm like, sweet.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, we all like a bad boy on a motorcycle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Andros used the laser blast to break free from the net. I'm like, you could have done that like ages ago.
Yeah.
Because you see Zane all kicking bad guy butt, and I'm like, dang, he could solo this entire army and just take over the entire show and leave the other Rangers to go fight Dark Spectre and all that.
Yeah.
But Andros definitely overreacted in that episode, like beyond jealousy. And apparently Zane is the one to be forgiven. Like, he shouldn't have to apologize. He did nothing wrong.
Yeah. You're not wrong. But honestly, it's like,
For the next episode.
yeah. Andros, honestly, he does, and I said this in a previous episode, Andros needs to go to therapy. I mean, literally. Negligent parents aren't around. Practically
Yeah,
rape.
where is the parents?
Yeah, the parents are like not mentioned or not alive, or it's like, dude, you need to go to therapy.
Very much. In the next episode, Zane keeps a secret about, as Bree said, his morphin power being all whacked up because of the cryo tube.
Mm-hmm.
Not his health or mental state, but his morphin power. And he apparently has Alpha try to keep a secret, which I didn't really know Alpha until now, but he doesn't seem like the guy that could keep a secret.
No. Alpha could never keep her secret, so it's like, why? Alpha was always kind of like, ay, Zordon! Like, he always was a little bit of a freak out, but now it's like, what is going on here?
Maybe he took therapy in between episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Zane having problems with Morpher, he didn't seem to have that in the last battle before that episode, so,
No.
it's recent.
It's gotta be something like his mental state, you know?
Yeah. And there's this easy assignment. Well, the monsters are like, oh, it's an easy assignment. Destroy the Silver Ranger. You mean the guy that's, like, been destroying your guys, like, left and right? And, I mean, in a way, it is kind of easy. Destroying the Power Ranger, easy, unless it's, like, their first ever battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what about just attacking when they're morphing? That's what I was thinking. Like, they could have done that at any time.
Yeah, they could have, and they chose not to.
Also, this whole demorphing, like, 2 minutes, he only has 2 minutes to stay morphed, which I'm like, those 2 minutes kind of go on for longer than 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. It's like, it's like when they sometimes when they get their butt kicked so bad, they would like suddenly be demorphed, and I'm like, now it left me scratching my head more times than not.
True. It's like sometimes it's the easiest like one shot attack. Sometimes it's a multiple attacks.
Yeah, and it's like they all of a sudden they are completely demorphed on the ground hurting. Then a little not even an hour later they're walking around fine as can be, sporting a bruise.
I mean, yes, he couldn't show blood, it's a kid show, but there should have been blood.
Yeah, there should have been several times.
Mm-hmm. And but when Zane decides to get pampered because everyone thinks he's dying, which I mean, at first I couldn't blame him because he knew that he didn't know Andros and Cassidy had overheard until later, and it's like, okay, maybe I could use, like, that's why they were picking me. But it was hilarious still. And then Carlos is like, we don't need his help. And I get the reason, like, after he everything, but Carlos, man, what, that is harsh.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is.
Yeah, like, go down to the surface without seeing.
Yeah.
And you say you don't need his help. Carlos, have you seen him fighting?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, and then Zane goes down the surface anyway, because Ranger's stubbornness.
Yeah.
And Andros is like, are you okay? But, like, Andros, he wouldn't have gotten hurt, I'm sure, if you and the other Rangers didn't just stand there and watch him fight.
Yeah. Normal Rangers, let's like, point of view of, like, we're actually there, like, talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, trying to figure out how to word this politely without any profanity. It's like, y'all could have stepped up and helped, but at the end of the day, y'all just stood by and let it happen. And now look what's going on.
Yeah, and then Andros is like, Zane, stay back, we'll finish him. And I'm like, Andros, a minute ago you guys were getting pummeled by this buck.
Yeah, exactly. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're all fine and willy-nilly. I'm sorry, what? You're getting you're getting your rear ends handed to you. You're getting your butts kicked. And it's like, oh, it's like you just walk it off.
Yeah,
I swear, these shows...
Ever since Zane came onto the screen, I'm like, maybe that kind of says something, you guys.
Yeah. I'm like, I need therapy. These episodes need, like, I need therapy just to get through some of these. Like...
Yeah. I mean, when Zane was messing with the others, it was kind of mean, sure, but it was kind of hilarious, just because that mischievous smirk, I'm sorry, it's adorable and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah, I won't lie. But it's like, next thing you know, you got Zane's, like, astronomer and everything else. And it's like, that whole love triangle, or love whatever the hell you want to call it, between Zane and Ashley, and then Zane and astronomer. Then you got freaking Ashley with Zane and Andros. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is so messed up.
But before that, if fans do want to be spoiled, Zane gets his power back because he basically goes on top of a mountain, does his 4 impression, and basically gets struck by lightning. But you think and then Andros gets major PTSD from Zane exploding again. And when Zane beforehand says, like, what good is the Silver Ranger if you can't even morph? Zane, couldn't you have just used the Megazord right there just to squish the bug or something?
Exactly.
None of it. Bazooka missile attack.
Yeah. I mean,
clicking the mega ships for punishment.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of smart.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought Andros at least would have had more of a reaction to hearing that Zane wasn't actually dying, and after all his PTSD moments and everything, you think he would go off and at him and be like, "You got me freaking kidding me? I just saw you die twice, and you're telling me you weren't even dying in the first place."
I know, it's like, the dude could have been so straightforward and honest, yet he's like, as I say, beating around the bush to not really reveal what's going on. And I'm like, I'm literally screaming at the TV, and I'm like, Zane, get your head on straight, you dumb son of a gun! With the little
I'm just like, Andrew, shout at him. Forget about the May ship. Like, get a freaking shout off. This is time you can be angry for beyond angry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I did say with a few more expletives, but, at the time. But I'm like, I have to tone it down because, family-friendly podcast.
Yeah. So, back to the next episode, Zane is strong with dating. If it wasn't his sister, his best friend's sister, I think it would have been kind of cute.
Yeah.
Because, also, Angel Grove, the only place in Power Ranger history probably without casualties that we know of. Just because they've been through, 2 Power Ranger craziness already. So, they kind of probably have an escape plan for this.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Mighty Morphin. Yeah, well, actually, 4. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on.
Mighty Morphin.
Zeo Turbo, Zeo, Turbo, in space.
Yeah.
3 years
I think
with
they're
Mighty
prepared by
Morphin.
now.
3 years with Mighty Morphin. 1 year with Zeo. 1 year with Turbo. 1 year within space. So that's 6 years. If you actually think about it.
Maybe that's how the other cities don't have casualties, because Angel Grove is like told to you like, oh, Power Rangers are back. Let's call the mayor of that city and give them this escape plan.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild.
For this Angel Grove thing, sorry, for Astronomer, I kind of felt bad for her in this episode, because even if it was a misunderstanding, I just felt so bad for her.
I mean, the poor thing was literally abducted as a child from KO-35, taken by Dark Ecliptor, turned evil. And it's like, I just wanted to hug her and just say everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, Zane, I would have smacked him in the back of the head. I've been like, dude, I get you were in a fight, but why didn't you just say that? I mean, you came with burnt flowers and covered in dust and mud and everything. You could have not said that. Just one bit.
Exactly.
But the next episode, oh my god! If you thought switching bodies or that one episode where those simulation monsters come to life and everything, this is creepy.
What was it?
Well.
Episode, what was it, 24 we're about to talk about?
Let's see. Yeah.
Zane's Destiny. Oh, girl, you take the run on this one. I got a feeling you got a lot more to say than I do.
Okay, I'll start, I guess. So first off, there's people that are getting turned into coral, which I didn't think at first until I actually saw it. I'm like, okay, 1, gross, and also 2, ew. And apparently this evil mustache guy that's, shouting and trying to get destroyed Rangers, like, oh, he's a spy? No kidding. And he got that evil mustache, just without the curl. Also, there's K-35 survivors. Awesome. Where's the backstory in that story some more? Come on.
Yeah.
And where's his parents? Why not mention his parents, his aunts, his uncles? Hey, maybe mention if Zane has any family.
And if not, then they're probably all orphans and everything,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing at that point that would make even remote sense.
And the Rangers, when they finally morph and say, let's rock it, I'm like, that's code for let's take this outside, man.
Exactly.
And the evil mustache guy is actually Derek Honda in disguise. And I'm like,
I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that.
Like, that is kind of like a human version of him, if there was one, but his mustache definitely needed to be curlier. Like, I guess the villain in the Sonic movies or something, that kind of curly.
Oh, I know the type you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, let's see, the Coral Monster, honestly, after all these monsters, it was taken down way too easily.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was a little bit too quick, man.
Yeah.
But Zane leaving to help the KO-35 people in the end episode, I was like, brain exploding there, like, mind blown. That literally is a ride from Megaforce of how he leaves at the end of the series to go into space to help rebuild his planet.
Yeah.
Like, and then the ending goes into hyperspace, and like, again with the Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
What about you? Got any notes on that?
I mean, first of all, the Rangers got themselves captured. Yes, that one I understood. But dude, we get Zane for a brief freaking moment. He comes back like an occasional character. And it's like, dude, either make up your mind. Either you're with the team or you're not with the team.
And the fact that they kept on saying, we're Power Rangers. Like, I get that Zane has a reputation, but I don't think that really holds up with some people,
No. Mm-mm.
But it was kind of funny just saying that they were Power Rangers. Like, what about your identity keeping secret, man? What about that?
Exactly. I mean, that's literally superhero secret number 1. Tell no one.
Yeah, too late on that a bunch of times in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, next episode.
25.
Do you want to start with your notes?
Alrighty. Always a chance. I mean, this one, I loved this one. This one
Same.
hit different. I was like, this is like, we got Turbo first, with Justin, and now we're like episode 25. Freaking Adam coming back as a cameo. I
And
did
dude's
not,
aged.
and he still had his morpher without the coin. I was like,
I mean,
how?
I mean, to be fair, if I had a morpher, I would keep it.
Yeah, so would I. But it's like Carlos wants to go see it. Like, this is how I had it written down. I'm like, Carlos goes and sees Adam after hurting Cassie. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What could have been done different?
More of a Rocky montage, because apparently, like, first off, a Carlos-centric episode, finally, I feel like he has not been given any spotlight much at all.
Mm-mm.
Also, Bulk and Skull's return, I know it's short, but I am missed them.
Yeah, I have not missed them, no. It's been nice without them.
I felt so bad for Carlos. I wanted to hug the guy so many times in that episode.
Yeah.
But then, yay, another Black Ranger comes to the rescue. And then they do that handshake meme, like, with all the muscles and everything.
Yeah.
But then they do that Rocky Ranger montage, which I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. and then at the end, Carl's like, you're wasting your time, and runs off, and I'm like, dude, you went for an entire Rocky montage. I think it's kind of late for that Carlos to say that.
Yeah.
But also, Adam wanting to be a Power Ranger again, relatable.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. Out of all the people, I'm kind of glad it was him, because seeing Adam trying to morph and then the suit failing because the power was just not there anymore. That one hurt kind of emotionally. It was kind of like the chapter closing on the Mighty Morphin saga. And
yeah, I was shouting at him like, "Don't do it!" But then he does it. I'm like, okay, that was kind of bad. That was kind of kick butt,
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of funny when they used the morphing thing technique. They used his younger self look in that morphing thing. Like, you guys couldn't update the picture a little.
Honey, it was CGI. Back then, the budgets were through the roof for that. A lot more expensive than it is now.
Yeah. Also, their little, the Black Ranger's jump, switch attack move was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Adam, you probably gave everyone a bit of a heart attack there, man. But also, you may be having a heart attack because he gets hurt a lot when he's morphing, like, during the battle, beforehand. And I'm like, shouldn't there be more of a consequence? And then I see him clutching his, left arm or something. And I'm like, okay, isn't that the sign for a heart attack?
No.
You're a heart attack, guys.
No, no, it's not.
Yeah, I know he's not, but it's like, I was just like,
yeah.
Guys, he's kind of a little injured. Maybe get him to med bay first.
Yeah.
But Carlos, honestly, he rocks. I just loved him.
Yeah, because seeing it's like, because Adam not having the full powers of the morphing grid, I mean, that's why he was getting his ass handed to him more times often than not, because in that episode, he's not fully powered because the power coins were destroyed.
And you think that now and it's kind of hilarious because Carlos gets up his morpher beforehand, and then he gets his butt kicked. And honestly, if I were Adam and I didn't know, he probably didn't know that Carlos, put away his morpher until he told him. Point. I'm like, dude, you can morph at any time, man. Like, have you seen my situation here? And then Carlos like, I gave my morpher away. He's like, dude.
I know, bad move, man, bad move.
Like, of all the things, like, you couldn't have given it to me.
I mean, there's only one morpher I would really ever accept, and that's Jin's from Time Force.
I would kind of go for either Samurai just for the phone situation. It kind of be hilarious.
Yeah.
Also,
Mystic
you
Force.
can, write symbols, so I could maybe, write down, the symbol for food or something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, I would definitely go for Jungle Furies with the glasses. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, say, different eras, saying, the late 90s, Jin's from Time Force. Mystic Force.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah,
funny.
Mystic Force was nice. Samurai, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what other one? Operation Overdrive was good.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting little quick little spin with their morpher. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute and cool at the
Yeah.
same time. Speaking of morphers,
Dino Thunder,
um,
definitely Dino Thunder.
oh yeah,
SPD.
even if that was probably the most obvious morpher you could ever carry. I mean, yes, it kind of disappears and it appears on the wrist,
Mm-hmm.
but what if they accidentally, like, didn't realize that their morpher was still on and went to school?
Oh, that would be bad. That would be so bad.
It'd be
Oh.
hilarious. It's be like, I got this from a museum for a dinosaur adventure sort of thing as a kid or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That would have been absolutely nutso. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different morphers I would wish I would have had a chance to actually like see in person. But if I had to
Yeah.
pick, let's say, from each era of Power Rangers, let's say the 90s, which the early thousands, the 10s, the 20s, I had to say 1998 in space, definitely. The early thousands. I mean, it's a toss up. That's the problem because the early thousands had some of the best seasons.
And the best wolfers.
They did. That's the hardest decision I would ever have to make.
Yeah, if there's one thing about Power Rangers that they've consistently done, is that they've become a bit more creative with their morphers, like look-wise, feel-wise.
Disguise
I mean,
wise.
yeah, disguise-wise, except for Megaforce, which that was the worst disguise even more because it's a giant freaking thing that not even your phone could fit in your pocket sort of situation.
No, they were having to hide them in their school bags.
I'm like, jeez.
And first of all,
Like,
why did it have to be Gosei's face?
why? Did it have to be as gigantic as an iPad or something?
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
I mean, if I were them, I would have complained a little.
But I could see why they did it because hey, look at the merchandise sales they had because of it. They made millions even off the cards. Like they were making the cards to sell into the public, and those things made money.
Genius.
Yeah. I mean, they had the app too for it on the phones, and people are going crazy over it.
Oh, I remember that. Okay.
I learned Japanese because of Power Ranger Samurai. I'm like, seeing what I was seeing, I'm like, okay, I need to know what's going on here.
I will embarrassingly admit, in the early 2000s, they had DVDs for Power Rangers and stuff. I have still, probably somewhere down in the basement, a Power Rangers Dino. I mean, it's either Dino Thunder or Samurai, where it's kind of like that cheesy learn the Power Ranger move sort of thing.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah,
I didn't have it. I didn't have it, but I was like, I watched it.
Yeah, believe me, it was weird. Also, for some reason, when I first watched Mystic Force, it was on DVD, and also Dino Thunder was on there for some reason. Also, like at least the pilot episode. I'm like, okay, weird.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, literally, and then it's like Mystic Force's plot was interesting, yes, but I'm like, okay, watching, I'm like, moving on, because the pilot episode made no damn sense. The pilot episode made no sense.
It's kind of hilarious in a way.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that series when it happens.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll do it. Yeah. So we don't know when or where, but we will most definitely be getting into it. I think definitely. But, I mean, overall opinions of these episodes that we watched, I'm like, I'm looking forward to episode 26. Because this is like the freaking showdown. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I gotta see that. Let's see.
I'll just read the episode description.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Locket
Locket episode.
We finally get to figure. I mean, we kind of see like a guess a little bit what really is in it. We get it, but we don't really see it at all. So we're kind of curious.
Yeah.
And then there's literally the next episode is Stronger Thinks Twice. I hope that they didn't spoil that episode before during that time when it aired. Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely start watching those, and I think if we can get from 26 to, let's say, 10 episodes, if we can do 10, then that's fine. You know?
We could do probably up till 30, maybe like 30, because it seems like 29 and 30 are like a two-parter.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a part 1, part 2. Yeah, I'm
So
looking at it
probably
now.
gotta be a good space.
Yep.
So, space, hey.
Yeah. But that's definitely like, we will definitely watch these, and it's gonna be, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. Because I can't wait for the showdown.
Same here. I want to see Dark Honda get their butts. I mean, okay, it says Dark Spectre's revenge, but I kind of want Dark Honda to be kicked to the curb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's just annoying. I mean, he's a good villain writing-wise, but he's annoying otherwise.
Yeah, oh, he's beyond annoying. Oh, my God. Yeah.
But he is a better sort of bad guy than Xandra from Samurai. No offense.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think that wraps it up for this week. What do you think, Jess?
I think so, too. We got a couple episodes to watch. We got stuff to talk about later, and it's gonna be interesting. We're nearly done.
Yeah, we're nearly done with the series. I'm like, so I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm like, I'm not, because I'm like, this is kind of like a chapter closing for me, because this is one of my favorite ones.
And you were born in that year. So.
Damn right I was. But then we get to do the year you were born, and then we'll just go from there.
Oh yeah, and I've seen this series before, but I haven't seen it like in a while. But I know if you guys think that this series is crazy with space and everything, this is even weirder. And not just because it has galaxies in the name.
Y'all have to prepare yourselves. Get your cuddle plushies, get your blankies, because this next series we're gonna be doing after, y'all ain't ready for it.
Yeah, especially the pilot. Like,
yeah, this is like Star Trek. This is like Star Trek vibes, but we're not gonna get into that yet because we haven't finished up.
We'll just put a pin on that for later.
Yep. Well, I'm Bree.
And I'm Jess.
And this has been the Ranger Sisters Rewatch Podcast.
See ya.
See ya.